So as I've told you before about this array command, and the entire linear array and the radial array are finished. Your different types of mirroring, your like most of 90% of your modify elements commands are finished. Now let's start with this split with gap element and split element. If you see here, this is a wall. I select it. It's getting highlighted in the 3D. I press SL. SL means split elements. SL. SL means split elements. So basically, when you need to cut your single element into different parts, you use this command. So in this part, if you see, there is no contextual tab options we have, but we have some options in the option bar, which is called delete inner segment. So supposedly if I select this part, okay, and then I select this part, now what exactly is happening is this becomes a single segment, then this becomes a single segment, and the third becomes a third part of the single segment. But if I use SL and I check mark the delete inner segment option in the options bar, then what will happen? If I select this and I say I want to cut like 20,000 mm, I select this, a nice proper fillet joint is being created, and now the inner segment is automatically deleted. Now sometimes it happens that this is a wall you have, like you have this wall, okay, now you want this wall to be trimmed to this wall and this wall without changing anything apart from this wall. So what you do is you just select this, cut this and cut this. Now TRS, that's how you can use split command and your trim command simultaneously to modify your workspace. What happened? Any doubt? Any doubts?
Hello. Hello. Hello.
Yes.
Hello.
So over here, if you see, this is a one kind of a joint that we did. Plus, if you want to have this wall to be trimmed to this part, I'll use SL. I'll select this. I'll select this. Sorry, undo. I use SL command. I say do not delete inner segment, and just select this and select this. Okay, and then TR trim. Able to understand? This is a different types of things that we can use without selecting the delete inner segment or with selecting the delete inner segment. Plus another way, SL. Earlier I was using I was splitting the element on two areas. Now I'm going to split at single area. Now this becomes a single element, second becomes this other element, right? Now over here I just say trim, join, and I say SL, I select this part or supposedly this part, and I say trim. No need to delete afterwards, just select single time. So it depends upon how you use this split command. What is split with gap command? Split with gap command is to use for expansion joints. So the expansion joints you provide in your this drawing. So when we select this, you see upper, there is a split command, split element command over here. And then apart from it, there is a split with gap. The moment you select it, in the option bar, it is showing a distance, how much it should be. And you can't exceed it after a numerical value. Even if you say 50 and you come here and you select this part, okay, the moment you click it, this gets formed with the dimensions that you have said. And more importantly, it is locked. It is unjoined. This portion that you are seeing now, it's an unjoined portion. The moment I select this, click this, it has a vulnerability to merge with the other element. So if I say split with gap, okay, on over here, if I try to put 125 supposedly, I don't think so, it is taking 125 or 300 and select it. See, and you see this little padlock which is showing up. So this is how it's going to happen. Split with gap. Okay. So over here you can put this split with gap like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now I am exactly creating a panel out of it. See? See?
Get the last one.
Which one?
That.
This one?
Yeah. We have to approximate it at that line.
But the good thing is that right now if you select this part, you go here, and I select this wall. Now I'm going to change the family type of this wall by clicking the type selector, and I'll say make it exterior brick on metal stud. I select it, I go over here. You see, now if I say split with gap, okay, with 300 or I think 10 mm you say or whatever, and then you start selecting it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now you see in your 3D it is simultaneously getting created, and this padlock means it's a constant distance between the two elements. When you see, you will have this panel systems that you wanted to see always. Plus I can do magic with it. I'll show you how we are doing it. See, you can see the parts inside as well. There's a parts of a construction modeling tool I will be telling you about, but this is the way we can even we can, clicking by shape handles, we can even modify the different layers of the wall. Okay, and the same thing, that split with gap element that you did, okay, will help you out in the horizontal way as well. Now I think this is a kind of the different kind of composition of the wall you can create. Now the good thing about this, if you select this part of the wall, you can change this part of the wall with something of other kind, and your entire wall remains intact. It's a part of a one wall, right? It was supposed to be a part of the one wall, but now you can change this different parts. You can even give it to a curtain wall. Remove constraints, no problem. See, this becomes a glass wall. Okay. And then when this becomes a glass wall, you go to this architectural tab, and then you select mullions over here. Where are the mullions? And all grid lines. See? mullions are created, and this becomes a single glass panel. Single glass panel. And then you can change the mullions as well. It's not that you can't change the mullions. If you tap and select a mullion, there's a rectangular mullion here. If you select rectangular mullion, there are circular mullions, there are L column mullions, there are different sets of mullions here. If I select a circular mullion 50 mm, see here, it changed. If I select this corner mullion and I say I want it to be a L mullion, no problem. Select and Control plus Z, you can see this. You're able to see this is a L-shaped mullion. Now I can change even the depths and heights of it as well. So the question that you asked, that can we scale it or not scale, is because of this reason, that even a smallest part of bolt also has its own sets of varieties of information and dimensions attached to it, and everything is modeled in a 3D space. So you can't scale it as an AutoCAD. It's an intelligent stuff. Able to understand split? Right? Now let's delete all this. Over here, I create a single wall. Now the thing is, it's such a like there are so many grids over there. Then there is a wall. So right now, if I want to create anything, it will merge with each and another thing. Like I won't be able to create a wall properly without distinguishing between what is column and what is wall. So what I'll do is I'll select this. This is columns, right? I go to VG, Visuality Graphics. I go down in this structural columns. Structural columns, you see here, structural columns, there is a projection surface lines. Okay, and then if you see, there is a halftone option here. I select this halftone option and apply. Columns are there, but still you can now differentiate. You can create your own thing, and it will, huh? हाँ? नहीं columns lock नहीं है, columns का representation change किया है. How you are able to see the column, that has been changed. Now if you see here, grids. Now where are grids? Annotation categories. Go down, there are grids, and this grids, if you say half tone, press OK. Now you have not locked it. You have just changed the visual style of it. Now if I going to create a wall, I can exactly know where I'm creating. Now supposedly I use this shape, I select this part, I select this. See, AL, select, AL. Now how I am able to see, this is a wall. If I select, I have to tab and grid. I have to select grid as a reference. Then I have to select a wall as a reference. It became straight. Okay. Now in a similar fashion, if you see here, this is a wall, a single type of wall. Now if I create a single wall here, like supposedly here, and I put a door here. Okay. Now if I want to change my wall joints, so there is a modify command. There are options here, the wall join options. The moment you select this wall join, Salish, you have a better drink of water. Take a water. So if you see here, when you put here this wall joint, this wall joints automatically highlight the co-jointed wall surfaces. Okay, and the moment I select this one of the wall joints, I'll select it, You see there is a different type of joining between two different walls would be showing up. Now, how to change different types of wall joining? In the options bar, if you see, there is a first configuration, there is a previous and there is next. Now previous and next in which realm? This is one is butt joint, second is Miller joint, and third is square off joint. So if I say butt joint, I put next. You see, next. There are these two types of joints are available here. If I say I don't want a butt joint, I want a Miller joint, I select this. See, the corner joint came up. I say next, next. Now this is a one type of joint. Plus, if I say I want a square off, different wall joint came in. Okay, clear? Then over here I can do the allow join and disallow join as well. If I do this allow join, it won't join. Okay, so wall join is much more important for architects as important as structure people, because they need to deal with all the joints in the wall, in the rooms and everywhere. So this wall join helps you a lot. Sometimes you don't want two walls to be joining, so you use this disallow join from here. Okay, cool. So over here I can use this join geometry. I select this, it will join like this. Okay, and I want to have a proper join, then trim. First I have to disallow join. Right click, disallow, allow join, sorry. Use wall join only then. But now see, it depends upon exactly what I have created. Now I have to delete it and I have to again create it. But you understood the idea of it, right? What I am trying to say. Like if you want to have a proper joint, then you use trim joint. You use trim command. You do not use wall joints. But when you want different types of wall joints, then you use wall joint command. Okay. Now let's create something. Wall joint here. It says square off. I don't want square off. I want a Miller joint here. Okay. And plus here also, I say joint wall joint command. Miller. Okay. Now, what I do is, I'll create wall. I say select pick lines. The moment I select this option, I say I can have this, I can have this, I can have this, then this. Now I want to have a little bit of join. Now see here, what I do is, I want to have one wall here, but there is no reference line here. So what I'll do is, I'll say offset 5000 or 4000 mm, and I select here. Now see, the pre-highlighting comes downside. If I do from down to upwards, it will come upwards. Okay, I'll click it, but I don't want 4000, I want 2000.
This offset will be from center to center or from edge to edge?
The way you have selected here, see the location line, is core face exterior. If you would have done it from wall center, then it would be wall center to center. So you select here. Now this time, now nothing is as far as my understanding goes, you're not able to understand. Here, the thing is, what I'm going to do is, I'll say split. Okay, I'll split this 1 and 2, and I'll say trim this wall with one wall, unjoin elements, then this wall with second wall, this wall with this wall, and this wall with this wall. Now to again use split, I'll split here, I split here, okay, and then trim, trim. Here I drag up to downstairs. I'll trim this part to this part, and I here just by dragging I can change the size of the width. Now this is another one part which I don't want from here. I want to have a space here. So what I'll do is first I'll extend this wall. I'll say TRS, select this, select part, then I'm going to split from here because ultimately I don't want any wall here. So I'll say TR here to here, and then I say TR here to here. Then I don't want this wall to be separated. I'll say TR single, and this one room got created here, one room got created here, another room got created here, and two more rooms are here. So I'll say TR single, select, TR single, select. Okay, that's how you're going to play with this all the commands, modify commands with it. Plus, let's do one more thing. TRS, select, extend, TRM, the 3D. Now this is level 1. I go to this or into view, and I'll say floor plans, floor plan level 1. Right? Here it became. Now over here I want to create a floor inside this area. I go to this architecture, but architects people will go for architecture, structure people will go for structure. So what is there for architecture floor? It is always used just for floor finishes. Structural floors are used for the load bearing structures. So whenever the slab is a part of the structure itself, it will come from the structural floor plan. If you see in architecture also, when I go to this floor, there are two types of floors are there, architecture and structural. So first we create from structural, and then apart from it, above it, we're going to use architecture floors for different finishes, floor finishes. When I select this floor structure and everything get grades out, I again then pick line, or I can use this pick walls line also, because I need to pick the walls, boundary walls. So I tabs, see, tab, click, tab, click, and here this wall, delete it. Okay. Now always remember that when you're creating a boundary wall of the floor itself, it should be closed. It should be in closed loops. Now this thing got created, finish it up, and just see that this floor will be of 150 mm and will be level 1. Now I go to this edit properties, how to change the structural floor. I go to this edit properties, I go to this structure, it is written there, structure, edit, and over here one second, zoom to fit, it's not showing out. Zoom out, well, by the way it shows, so I don't know why it is not showing. So over here we can change the structure, like the width of it, the material of it, and how it looks, and where would be the membrane layers. We would be having a separate session on this because it's a big topic. Okay, so I'll press cancel, I'll press OK, and I'll press finish. That I'm finishing the sketch thing, and sketch is a closed loop, a complete closed loop it is. I'll finish it up. When you select, you see this floor is created. Okay. Now in this floor inside, if I want to put anything up, now this is just, you can hide in view by elements. There, this is the one way of hiding it, and another way of hiding is by this temporary hide and silo. You say I hide a category or hide element. So if I say hide element, it will hide. Okay. Now in this part, if I try putting something like called, first of all, the rooms that we are creating, it has to have a bidirectional associativity with the information in it. So the moment you complete with the um, boundary of different walls, then we come up with another another tool called room, RM. Now this room will help you select the material which is in it. It helps you to tag it, it helps you to number it, everything. Like if you select this area, room, you see this becomes a one room part. I'm selecting, I want a tag on place. Now I think the moment I select it, there is a tag here, room 1, which comes up. Okay, I go down, there comes room 2. Then I go here, it comes up room 3. Similar fashion, room 4, room 5, and then room 6. Right? Now that's how we created our different areas. Now if I select this cross part, and in this identity data, if you go here, this is the instance property. So if you go down and you say identity data mein, you say number and name is not room, but it's a whatever it is, like lobby. Okay, this is lobby. Then this storeroom. Then this as kitchen. Then this as bedroom 1. This as muscle room, master room, and then this as laundry room. Now see here, I have just selected this. Now I go to this view. In this view, you see there is a schedule option here. I select the schedule, and I select schedule and quantities, and over here I say I want to have a room schedule. I press OK, and over here I say I want an area. I want this comments so nahi. I want floor finish, I have not given, image I have not given. I want to have a level, I want to have name, I want to have number, I want to have parameter, okay, volume, okay, and over here I say name, go up, move up, and number, move up. Now see, press OK. Volume will not be computed until and unless you do not give the what? Yes, height nahi, roof, floor. Now if you select this part, I tab it. Now what is, if I select, what will be selected? floor. I press this, I copy it, I select align to selected levels, I'll press level 2, press OK. Now you see the area which I am selecting, it is simultaneously selecting the same area over here. If I say what is storeroom, the schedule is linked to the plan. What is bedroom? It is selecting the bedroom. What is master room? It is selecting the master room. Laundry, kitchen, everything is linked. Now if you see, this is area 44 meter square and perimeter is this. If I change this, if you see, if I just change this, now see the schedules. Just see the schedule. Changed 48 meter square. And the same fashion, if I select this, yes, you just see the storeroom. Storeroom has 11 meter square and 17,048. (27 meter square, 22,742). You do not need to calculate even more. Everything is computed automatically. If I just say lobby, so one more thing, if you select this part and say delete, DE, room will not be deleted. The speciality about rooms is you can delete room only by through schedule itself. So if I select this and I say delete, a room was deleted from all the model views but still remains in the project. The room can be removed from any schedule or placed back in the model using the room command. Okay. See what happened? There is no area allotted to it, there is no level, and there is no parameter. So whatever you are doing directly affects the other thing. Okay, I think we should conclude our class till this only, because otherwise all other people will be way much